Because it's FIRP, F.I.R.P. It's the best podcast because it stars you and me. Because it's FIRP, recorded on Wednesdays. It's a free podcast, which means you don't have to pay. Because it's FIRP. What's up, guys, and welcome back to FIRP. FIRP, of course, stands for...
I can't say that. Never mind. Flip-flops. Hyphenated. Flip-flops. Flip-flops. Indecisively recognize participles.
Of course.
Because that thought is in everyone's mind at this time in the world.
Very much so. I don't know how nobody has mentioned this yet.
Indecisively. Like, they're just like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Exactly.
And I'm like, I feel you. I don't know either. And we just go our separate ways. Actually, they're on my feet, and they kind of go, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I totally.
Yeah, well.
So what's up, guys? Welcome back to FIRP. This episode, we don't really have any plans.
This episode is brought to you by the trash underneath my desk.
This episode is brought to you by the eye drops that are keeping my eyes from burning. So
that's
yeah.
a good thing. Eye drop brand, sponsor us maybe?
Yeah, Equate, sponsor us maybe.
Frick. I just dropped something.
Nice
this
one.
episode of FIRP is brought to you by tape. Because it sounds so good.
Beautiful.
But I'm going to take this tape now, and I'm going to tape it on my eyes to keep my eyes open.
I don't know if that's healthy.
Sure, it's fine. And then there's this sound. You get two great sounds out of it. Ready? Oh, it's stuck to my hair. Oh, no. You get this sound, too. You get the rippy sound. Oh, such a great sound. Tape ASMR.
Fun, yes. Yeah, we don't... What should we talk about first off?
I've got something.
Okay.
So. There.
Yeah.
I made brownies today. And
Nice.
They actually turned out good. And the reason I must clarify that they were good is because the first time I made brownies, I think it was about 6-7 months ago. And I had a couple of the boys over. Actually, no, my brother had a couple of boys over. They just happened to be in my boy group as well. And they ate all my no-bake cookies because I made no-bake cookies like 2 days before. And I'm like, frick, I was going to eat those cookies. And I'm like, you know what? To show off my cooking skills, I'm going to make brownies. My parents weren't home. My parents weren't home, right? So my mom couldn't show me how to do it. So I was like, I can figure it out. I pull out the recipe. I'm like, ooh, this looks good because my mom has a box of recipes. Those other chefs out there ought to know what I'm talking about. So I pull out this recipe, and I'm like, oh, we've had these before. I know how to do this. Okay, so I take it. I do the ingredients exactly the way it says. But here's the thing. I had heard. I misunderstood, but I just misunderstood. I didn't mishear. So I talked to somebody who make brownies, and they're like, yeah, I use like chocolate bars, like the bars of chocolate, and I break them up and I melt them and I put that in my brownies. And I'm like, oh, I'll do that. That sounds better than using cocoa powder. And I didn't even know we had cocoa powder. So I went down the hill, bought myself some I think it was Milka, some chocolate. Milka sponsor us. Just some milk chocolate. Went back to my house. Broke the chocolate up, put it in a pan, put it on the oven, kind of cook it, mix it with a little water, make it a little bit more runny, and I put that with the rest of the ingredients. All the ingredients were correct. Well, mostly, I think. But all the ingredients were mostly correct. Now, the ingredients card, the recipe said cook at, was it 300 degrees Fahrenheit or 250 Fahrenheit? And our oven is in Celsius since we live in Europe.
Right, yeah.
And so I put the oven at 200 degrees Celsius because it didn't even say 250 Fahrenheit. It just said 250 degrees. So I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh, it doesn't go up that way. I'll put it at 200 and just bake it a little longer. So 200 degrees, right?
That's not good.
I didn't. And remember, I didn't put cocoa powder in this, just chocolate. And so I put it in the oven, and I'm like, this turned out pretty good. But I noticed as I was pouring it into the pan, I'm like, that's a really light brown. Like a really light brown. It's like it looked like bread almost, but not quite. Like the crust of white bread, it was kind of like that, but maybe a little darker. So that was a sign that they weren't going to turn out that great. But I'm like, oh, maybe it'll change color. Maybe it'll just change color. And so I put it in the oven at 200 degrees Celsius, which is like 500 degrees Fahrenheit. It's ridiculous. It's
I'm
ridiculous
looking it up
amount
right now. It's 392 degrees Fahrenheit.
392, so almost 400 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
And so that's a lot. That's like double of what you should do. And so I put it in, and I'm like, I put it in for about 30 minutes, I think, and then I'm like, oh, I should check it out and see if they're ready yet. I pull it out, and it's still like the same color, and the top has like solidified into like this goop. It had like this film over it. I'm like, I don't think that's right. I take a toothpick, stick it in the bottom, like poke it through. I'm like, it's still moist. Like that is not cooked. So I put it back in, wait another 30 minutes, and it's pretty much the same. But then I start noticing it's getting kind of dark around the edges. I'm like, oh, it's baking. It's finally working. The top is starting to look like banana bread almost, but the bottom is still liquid. So I put it back in. I think it was like another 45 minutes.
Oh no!
And I leave it in there. I think it was baking for like an hour and a half to 2 hours. And I pull it out, and the top is just black. And I'm like, and then I'm like, I was wondering, like, is this the chocolate, or is this it cooking a long time and it being burned? It was burned, man. It was so burned. And it had baked all the way through. It wasn't liquid at the bottom.
Well, there you go.
And so I was like, hey, boys, I made brownies, but they didn't turn out that great, so I don't know if you want to eat them. And they're like, oh, we'll eat them anyway. I was like, okay. So I cut them up, and they ate them. And I ate one. I'm like, this is disgusting.
Nice.
And they were eating them. I'm like, what the heck? And so like, oh, they weren't that bad. I'm like, have you never had brownies before?
Yikes.
What's wrong with you guys?
Big yikes.
So, yeah. And then my mom...
This time?
This is the third time I made them, because my mom and my sister have birthday on the same day, and they wanted me to make brownies, and I'm like, oh, okay. But my mom looked over and made sure I was doing everything correctly, and those turned out great. And these are probably the best ones yet. They're a little sticky, but they're brownies, so.
Yeah, that's kind of to be expected.
Those are my brownie stories.
Nice.
I'm a master chef.
I don't think I've ever tried to make brownies. I should try that.
It's a journey. Trust me, it's a journey.
I'm sure it is. I mean, I made cake with my dad, but I haven't made any brownies.
Speaking of which, your dad made us cupcakes, and ooh, they're good.
Yeah, they were good.
I could not eat it all at the same time because it was like so rich. I'm like, I can't do it. So I put it back and then ate the rest of it later. I'm like, it's so much.
Yep. Sounds like your dad's cupcakes.
But after I finished it, I'm like, I want to make brownies now, and so I made brownies.
Yeah,
the brownies are good. I'm gonna eat a lot of those tonight.
Yeah. I was scrolling through my news app, and I found something that might be sort of interesting to talk about. And on this podcast, we don't go into the articles; we just read the headlines, or at least that's what I'm deciding right now.
That's what regular people do, right?
Right.
That's what Americans do.
So, title. YouTuber Logan Paul is begging fans to buy his once $90,000 Mercedes-Benz couches on Craigslist. So there you go.
He's broke. Hardcore is he broke.
Yeah. I'm not reading anymore. So I don't know any more details about that, but there you go. Ooh.
He's so broke.
Pick some Netflix series and we'll guess your favorite chip.
That sounds like a Buzzfeed quiz. And I'm sick of BuzzFeed quizzes. I don't take them.
It is
but
BuzzFeed.
They're annoying.
Let's try this. Ooh, pick a comedy show: Friends, Big Bang Theory, How I Met Your Mother, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Modern Family, or The Good Place.
That's the best
Brooklyn
one of all
Nine-Nine.
those.
Choose a cartoon
It got pretty
series.
bad in the later series, but it's still good.
The only one I really know on this Choose This Cartoon series is Augie and the Cockroaches. We got We Bare Bears, Teen Titans Go, Adventure Time, Dora the Explorer, Augie and the Cockroaches, and DC's Superhero Girls.
Right, Dora the Explorer.
Yeah, let's go with Dora.
I grew up on Dora.
Pick a show you would want to watch. Vikings, The Umbrella Academy, Haunting of Hill House, Black Summer, Narcos, or Z Nation.
I'm actually watching The Haunting of Hill House currently, but I'm gonna have to go with Narcos because I plan on watching that after I finish Breaking Bad. I'm on a drug spree, and that sounds so bad.
It sounds really bad.
I got more drug stories for you.
The one I personally would want to watch is The Umbrella Academy because I've heard some decent things about it. Yeah. Let's go Narcos though. We'll see. We'll go
Narcos. We'll see what that's all about.
Pick a show you've never watched before. Sex Education, Elite, The Witcher, You, Freud. I've watched all of them. I haven't watched any of these except for Sex Education, which I hate to admit.
Yeah, The Witcher, just because that sounds the most interesting, and I haven't seen any of those.
Pick a documentary. The Last Tsars, Chef's Table, Dirty Money, Tiger King, Forensic Files, or The Great Hack. I know none of these except for Tiger King.
Great Hack. Just go with it. I've heard of it. That's the only one I've heard of.
I've heard the Tiger King, and I've heard it's really good, so I'm actually going to go with that one.
Is that the one about the dude who has a tiger?
It's about a cult that owns big cats or something. Apparently, it's really good.
Cults are interesting. Not in a good way, but they're interesting.
Not in a good way now. Oh, okay. Choose one last random show. Money Heist, Lucifer, Stranger Things, Lock and Key, End of the Effing World, and Shooter. I got to go with End of the Effing World. That's such a good show.
I'm a Stranger Things guy myself.
I got Salt and Vinegar.
I hate those chips.
Wow.
So bad. And while we were doing this, I even thought, I don't even know what my favorite chip is. What is it?
Let's see what it would have been if we picked Stranger Things. Oh, we can't even do that. Never mind. We're not doing that. Do the
entire thing. Please, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. TV shows are interesting because, a lot of them now, they're getting movie length, on Netflix, Haunting of Hill House, they're an hour each. I'm basically just watching a 12-hour movie.
Yeah.
I do prefer TV shows over movies because they can do more. They can expand on it more. Because let's say you get a season done and they're like, oh, we can do this now. And they can think about it. With movies, it's like a one and done kind of thing. You can't change anything because in TV shows now, dramas, they'll change stuff that doesn't make sense. And you can't really do that in movies unless you're Twilight. I'm just kidding. I've never seen, and I'm proud to say that.
Let's see. Yeah, I haven't seen any of the Twilight movies either. So
it's okay. You know what? We should do a podcast as we watch the Twilight movies.
Ever heard podcast where we reviewed Twilight?
Oh, crap. What is the YouTube channel called? There's a YouTube channel that does that. I completely forgot what they're called, though.
Actually, that'd be kind of fun. If you're listening to this, put in the comments if you would like to see that, because I might get bored of it, but we can try it.
Yeah. It actually has Radiohead song in it, and it's one of my favorite Radiohead songs, so I'll enjoy that part.
Oh. Here's another BuzzFeed quiz. Do you know enough about cooking to pass this culinary school test?
Hey, that's offensive.
Let's see,
I know
Peyton.
what I'm doing. I did it wrong.
Let's see if you know enough.
Let's see if I can pass.
Peyton, what are the main ingredients in custard? Egg yolks and cream and gelatin, cream and flour, or egg yolks and cornstarch?
Egg yolks and cream. That sounds right.
Correct.
Yeah.
How do you fix rice?
If I get all these right, will you buy me lunch?
I'll buy you some KFC.
At least at 90%, will you buy me lunch?
If you get at least 90%, I'll buy you KFC after quarantine's over. How's that?
Yeah, that might be a while though, but I accept.
How do you fix rice that's too wet? Either turn down the heat, stir the rice, uncover the pot, or turn up the heat.
Turn up the heat. Evaporate that water.
Incorrect. Uncover the pot.
Oh, crap. Oh, frick. I should have known that.
How do you mince a vegetable? 1, cut it into strips, cut it into chunks, cut it into small pieces, or cut it down the middle.
In small pieces.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious.
That is really obvious. I'm always afraid I'm going to cut my fingers if I tried that.
Yeah. And some people can do it so quickly. I'm really impressed.
Like Gordon Ramsay. I'm like, dude, what the heck?
What type of sauce pairs? What type of sauce pairs best with long, narrow pasta? An oil-based sauce,
Okay, I thought this
thick
was going to be
sauce.
like types of sauce. I'm like, that's just opinion question.
Yeah. An oil-based sauce, thick sauce with meat, both or neither.
Both.
Wrong. Oil-based sauce. The thinner
I
noodles.
was like,
It says,
but
as a general rule, the thinner noodles are, the thinner the noodles are, the thinner the sausage should be.
sausage? There's sausage now? What? We're putting sausage with our noodle. Actually, your family does do that, and I was very, very confused.
We don't do that all that often, though.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, spaghetti, and I'm like, oh yeah, spaghetti, because I'm not a huge fan of spaghetti. And I saw there was sausage in there, and I'm like, I can't tell if this makes it worse or if I somehow have more hope. It was like a mixture of both. It was a mixture. Somehow it was both.
Believe me, I don't think it's on purpose that every time you come over we have spaghetti.
I think it is. Hey, he's coming over. Let's make pasta and cheese. He'll love this.
Yeah.
I hate both of those things with a passion.
Let's see.
You don't like the cheese.
I still don't understand how you don't like cheese, man. I mean,
I wish I
understand
did.
why.
I just don't like the flavor.
But yeah. At what temperature does water begin to boil? You should pretty much know this without having to look it up.
Wait, is it in Celsius or is it in Fahrenheit?
Fahrenheit.
Oh, frick. I know it in Celsius.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I only know it in Celsius, too. Wait.
Read through them and I'll take a guess. In the ballpark.
100 Fahrenheit, 185 Fahrenheit, 212 Fahrenheit, or 274 Fahrenheit. Actually, I do know this.
212 sounds right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. I'm like, it's 100 Celsius.
How do you braise meat? 1, put it under the broiler. 2, sear it, then cook it over low heat. 3, soak it in a marinade, then cook in a crock pot. Or 4, pan fry until it develops into a crust.
What was the question?
How do you braise meat?
Braise. Read them one more time.
Put it under the broiler. Sear it, then cook it over low heat. Soak it in a marinade, then cook it in a crock pot. Or pan fry until it develops a crust.
Second one. I think it's the second one.
Correct. Sear it, then
Yes!
cook it over low heat.
Yes.
Nice. If you're doubling a recipe that features alcohol, how much should you increase the alcohol?
Shots of vodka.
Glug, 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 glug. 50%, 100%, 150%, or 200%.
So if it required one shot and it's 50%, it'd be a shot and a half. 100%, it'd be 2 shots. And so the options are 50, 100, 150, and 200?
Yes. So it's 100 plus the number, probably.
Go with 50%.
Correct?
Yes! Yes!
If you increase the alcohol content of a doubled recipe by more than 50%, you risk overpowering the dish with its flavor. Nice.
Hey.
Finally, which one of these is not part of an egg? The albumin, the yolk, the Golgi, or the Chalice?
Golgi.
Correct?
I'm a genius! But I passed. Did I pass?
Oh, you scored 88%. Oh, wait, no, wait. You scored 88% better than most quiz takers. That's that.
Most people, like, suck?
Apparently. Let's see. What is 6 divided by 8? 75%. You're so close.
Frank. Oh, man. But at least I'm better than all those dum-dums who take the quiz.
True.
I'm like, I may not be able to make brownies, but I sure can pass cooking school.
Yeah, I think you could pass cooking school if you went into it.
But I would guess every question. Like, it'd
True.
be like, so, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this, and I'm like, so, how many cups of flour?
I think
4 cups of flour.
Oh, there's a couple here that might be interesting for both of us. Or for you especially.
Are they both female?
No, there's one that's here are the 24 most popular movies of the 80s. How many have you seen? I think
0. I'm not at
you'll
any
probably
stage.
get more than I will. And then choose your meals for the day to find out which donut you are.
Oh yes, my addiction fulfilled.
Our addiction fulfilled. You brought
We
me
were
into
both
it, man.
addicted to donuts. I was like
Okay.
getting off quote unquote addiction, and then you're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go get donuts." I'm like, "Shut up!"
And now
Don't say that.
quarantine has not allowed either of us to get donuts, which is probably a good
I
thing.
miss them so much.
Okay. What's for breakfast? Waffles, avocado toast, oatmeal, or cinnamon rolls?
Oh, I was about to say waffles, but you got me a cinnamon roll. Cinnamon
Yeah, I
roll.
would have to say cinnamon rolls. What the heck? Cinnamon rolls. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, cinnamon rolls. Uh, choose a drink: milk, orange juice, smoothie, or coffee to go with your breakfast.
Orange juice.
Yeah.
That's
What's
my morning drink. I'm like, screw coffee. Orange juice, man.
if we had orange juice at home more, I'd drink more of it.
I got
uh,
orange juice for some reason.
what's for lunch? Salad, grilled cheese, kebabs, or quesadilla?
I hate almost all of those except for kebab, so go with the kebab.
Yeah, let's go with kebab. Afternoon snack: guacamole and chips, fruit salad, French fries, or candy.
Honestly, probably candy, but guacamole and chips do sound really good.
I'm really hankering for some. Ooh, okay. What's for dinner? Sushi, pasta, tacos, or chicken?
Tacos, 100% tacos.
Yeah,
I
you're
think
right.
my favorite food used to be sushi, but I've had so much bad sushi that I like tacos more because it's really hard to screw up a taco.
True, very true. I
Hard to screw
see.
that up.
Yeah, I think sushi is a once in a while type thing, not really
And
a
it's something you can easily mess up.
exactly. Okay, what's for dessert? Root beer float, cookies, ice cream, or pie?
I 100%, like, no question about it. It's pie.
Pie? I,
Birthday
I want to go
cake.
with root beer float, dude.
What? No, pie. You can make a root beer float anytime. Pie is like a hard thing to
I
make,
can't
and it
make
tastes
it
so
here,
good.
bruh. But I'm going back to the States, so
You
let's
can
go
get root
pie.
beer
Midnight snack: cold slice of pizza, brownies, a slice of cake, or chips.
here. I would eat more chips, but if I had brownies, it'd be brownies. So go with chips because I eat that more often.
Oh wait, yeah. No, I accidentally clicked brownies, but that's fine.
Oh, well, I'll live with that.
Apple fritter donut.
Interesting.
That's kind of. I don't know what else to say to that. That's kind of disappointing.
Actually, forgot what this quiz was about, and I just got caught up in all the food.
Yeah, no kidding.
I was like, "What are we doing this for again?" I don't care. We're talking about food. I like this.
Yeah, so we are an apple fritter donut. Wow.
I've had those before, and they're like pretty good, but I don't know.
Okay,
Like all the
wait.
donut places in the States all have those random. They're like, "This is a blueberry stuffed cream cheese pie McFlurry donut," and I'm like, "What?"
Okay.
And they're
Do
like,
you know?
"Our
Do you
specialty."
know? Do you know about Clueless? Because I don't know what this is.
Love that movie.
Okay, so you might be able to help me with this. It says recast
Got it. I've
Clueless.
seen it once.
It says recast Clueless and will predict your relationship status. So I want to see if it predicts that we're all forever alone. Um,
Man, brother.
okay, so you're gonna do this then. Who should play Cher Horowitz? Florence Pugh, Yara Shahidi, Ashley Murray, or Lana Condor?
I don't know any of those people. Number 3. Go with number 3.
Nah, man, I'm gonna go with Yara Shahidi. Cause why not? Who would play Cher's best friend Dione? Zendaya, Amanda Sternberg, Tati Gabrielle, or Kiara Ramirez?
Era Ramirez.
Hey. Who should play Dion's boyfriend Murray? George Lindeborg Jr., Algie Smith, Melvin Gregg, or Christian Navarro?
Christian Navarro.
Who should play the new girl in school Ty? Barbie Ferreira, Shannon Purser, Maud Apato, and Isabella Gomez.
Odd potato. don't know who any of these people are. All I knew was who Zendaya was, and I'm like, yeah,
Yikes.
I'm confident.
Ooh. Who should play Cher's ex-stepbrother turned boyfriend, Josh?
Okay, so I want to talk about that for a second.
Okay.
In the movie, they say your stepbrother Josh is coming over, and she said, "I thought you divorced his mom," and he said, "We're divorced parents. You're not divorced siblings." And then they become a thing at the end. I'm like, there's got to be a law against that. Like that cannot be right.
Yeah.
If the dad adopted Josh or whatever, then they're siblings forever, basically.
Yeah.
Until he gets stoned or something. That's messed up. I'm like, that ain't right.
Okay. So who should play Josh? Tom Holland, Noah Centineo, Justice Smith, or Ross Butler?
Just to make everybody mad, the Santinio guy. Because everyone would be like, Tom Holland!
You know who just kind of accurate though.
It is accurate.
But you know who Justice Smith is, right?
Sounds familiar.
He's the guy who plays Rose's boyfriend in Doctor Who in season 9. What's his name? Starts with an M, I think. You've seen Doctor Who, right?
Not all of it.
Season 9 with Christopher Eccleston, Rose's boyfriend.
Matt or something?
Something like that. But
it's either like Mike or Matt.
Michael, I think, is right. Let's go with Noah Centineo, though, just to make everybody mad.
No idea who that is. I have absolutely no idea who that is.
Who should play Elton? Timothy Chamlet, Jacob Elordi, Charles Melton, or Charlie Plummer? I don't know.
Charlie Plummer, because I like that name.
Who should play Ty's love interest, Travis? Joe Keery, yes, let's go, Steve. Angus Cloud, Jaden Smith, or Jack Mulhern. Oh, these are all
Joe
good.
Keery all the way.
Joe Keery,
My
let's go.
favorite Stranger Things character. One of my favorite actors because he's
So
hilarious.
good.
He's in a band?
What is it? Yeah, him in the third season is just amazing.
Him in the second season is awesome.
And yeah, in the second season. Actually, no, I meant the wait.
Second season is one we has the bat with all the nails in it.
Second and third season is so good.
Yeah, the first season he's a jerk, but he's great.
Yeah. Who should play Cher's nemesis Amber? Madeleine Petch, Christine Froseth, Alexa Demi, or Camila Mendez?
Camila Mendez, because it sounds familiar.
Hey, who should play Christian? Jordan Fisher, Josh Thomas, Adam Faison, or Brendan Scannell? I don't know any of these people.
Named Scallop.
Scallop. You got married. Oh.
I didn't know. Oh my! It knows.
What?
Yeah, that's not right.
The heck? Okay.
That ain't right. My
And
fake
also-
rubber band wedding ring is broken, so that'll
What?
explain
You
it.
broke my rubber band, man? Come on.
It lasted for like 8 months, man.
Ah.
I came out of working out and I was like, oh, I wonder if it broke because I was lifting weights. I'm like, oh no, it didn't. And I took it off and then it broke because I took it off.
Oh no.
I was like, yay, it didn't break. Frick.
But also,
It's on my dresser.
under the result of it saying married, it shows a picture of Jim and Pam's wedding. Yeah, this guy replied, "I'm 13 and I'm married apparently." I got married and I'm 14 years old.
Have you seen Some Good News?
No, I have not.
It's this YouTube channel that started like 2 days ago by John Krasinski. And it's so funny.
John Krasinski
it's
started
great.
a YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's called Some Good News or SGN. I don't remember. It's one of those two. But it's a news source where it's just good news. And he did a FaceTime call with Steve Carell, and they talked about The Office because it's 15 years old this year. And it's so funny.
Okay,
oh
I'm
my gosh.
subscribing to this
hilarious.
immediately. I love John Krasinski.
It's so good. The beginning of The Office is so great, and then it just kind of goes downhill. But the beginning is great.
The beginning is amazing. Let's see. I'm positive I can guess where you live with just 20 questions. Trust me.
I don't like the sound of that. Don't click on that one.
Come on, man. We got to figure it out. It's
Yeah,
probably
the
going to be
exact
all in the
address.
States. It's probably going to be all in the States. Yeah, it guesses the exact address. What do you call these are sprinkles.
These are sprinkles.
It's gonna be a bunch of like what you call things, and it's gonna guess what region of America you're from.
It's okay.
Okay.
It'll just guess because we're both from the same state. So
Yeah. How do you pronounce the word Ben? Bin, Ben, or bean? So Ben.
like
probably.
a trash can.
No, like how have you been?
How have you been? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben. Ben.
What are these called? Oh, pecans, dude, pecan.
It's a pecan.
Pecan, yeah. See,
Pecan. That's what the northern people call it when they're trying to be southern.
I usually call them pecans just because it's funny, but pecan
I
is
say
how I
something stupid, but
normally
it's
say it.
actually a pecan. Yeah.
Are you Marry, Mary, Merry, Mary, and are Mary, and yeah, they're all pronounced the same. Yes. What's
Mary
this
and Mary.
called? Oh, a Bowie knife. So is it a
That's not a-
Bowie knife or a Bowie knife? Or I say both, or I'm not
But
familiar.
I would say Bowie because like David
Bowie
Bowie
knife.
stuff. But I've heard it as Bowie. But if I saw it, I'd say Bowie knife.
Yeah, first thing I thought of was Bowie knife, so let's go with that. Do you say soda, pop, Coke, soft drink, or someone else? Soda.
Say soda. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pop is stupid. Soft drink is way too formal.
And I use all of these interchangeably, and I see something else. Nah, soda all the way, man. What do you call one of these? A sub, a hero, a hoagie. Call him a sub.
Yeah.
What do you call a liquor
Hoagie is
store
gross.
with a drive-through?
Exist.
There's
A
one.
stupid idea.
We don't have those where I live. We have them, but they don't have a special name. Brew through or something else. We don't
Have those.
Yeah, we don't
I've
have those
never
where
seen one of those in Texas.
Oh, highway or freeway?
Different.
they're the same, but which one do you call it? Highway.
I call it a highway.
Yeah. What do you call the night before Halloween? This isn't a thing where I live.
Yeah, the 30th of October.
Yeah, it says mischief night, devil's night, something else, or this isn't a thing where I live. I'm gonna type this isn't
Not
a
a
thing.
thing where I live. Those all sound really northern.
Yeah.
Mischief night.
Devil night. It's like,
Although that does sound really Baptist. The Devil's Night.
yeah. What do you call one of these? Roundabout.
Cul-de-sac, right?
No, there's traffic circle, roundabout, rotary, circle, or something else. Roundabout.
Roundabout.
Yeah. What about these bugs? Oh, roly-poly.
Yeah, roly-poly.
Yeah. How do you address multiple people at once? You guys, use, y'all, or y'all, you all?
Oh.
Y'all? I guess I started to do that too. Yeah. What are these called? Drinking fountain, water fountain, bubbler, or something else. Water fountain, right?
Water fountain.
Yeah.
Fountain?
How do you pronounce the name of this candy? Caramel, caramel, or I say both?
Caramel.
Yeah, I say caramel.
No, it's not spelled like that, but that's the way I grew up saying it.
Okay, when you throw a bunch of toilet paper on a house, what would you call that type of vandalism? What? TPing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
TP stands for toilet paper. It's toilet papering.
Yeah. How do you
TP.
pronounce the word route or route? Route. Yeah.
Wait, is it like when you're driving?
Yes. I would say route.
Say route. Unless it's like, I don't know, if I'm like doing a route of something, like I don't know if I'm running somewhere, like what's the route? But like if I'm driving or something, it'll be route. Usually it's route.
So let's say I say both.
I say both. It depends on the thing. and
Oh,
how
I
I'm
can't go
feeling.
back once I clicked it. Okay, I guess we're stuck with root then.
Alright.
Do you call it a lightning bug, a firefly, or both or neither?
Both or neither. I think it's both. Both.
Oh, I said firefly. Oops. I've never called it a lightning bug though. I don't know.
I don't think I've ever called. Maybe once or twice.
Okay, crayfish, crawfish, crawdad, or something else.
Fish.
Crawfish?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are these called? Sneakers, tennis shoes, gym shoes, or something else? Sneakers.
I call them tennis shoes.
We're in a dilemma now.
This would be a problem.
I almost never call them tennis shoes, though.
Oh, it's sneakers then. Maybe someday I'll say sneakers.
You're in Mississippi.
Actually, not that far off.
Not far away, but it's incorrect still.
I need to take a break soon because my computer is dying and I'm gonna need to plug it in.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's actually take a break now.
We're gonna take a break while I go grab a charger.
Yeah.
And right back.
Break starting now. Bam.
FIRP.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, where's the one?
FIRP. Do we unofficially start again then, or are we just gonna cut all this out?
Welcome back to FIRP!
I guess that answers my question. Alright.
Means we're calling our fans FIRPies, although that does sound like a disease.
It also sounds like Furbies, and I'm not comfortable with that.
Bites.
Furbites. What about Furpians? That's dumb.
FIRP.
Park goers.
Furpilitions. Furpilitions. Or we can just call them dudes.
What's up, dudes?
What's up, dudes and women?
Dudes and women.
That's the official name for our fans. They're called dudes and women.
Okay, next episode we got to start with "What's up, dudes and women," and then
Man, brother, amen, brother.
and then go into the episode. You got to remind me if I forget, and I got to remind you if you forget.
Man, brother, if we both forget, then we'll have to remind each. Wait a minute.
I'm writing this down actually before we forget.
Get that? Yeah.
So
I was gonna talk about some. See, when you're a kid and you watch something, you usually like it, right? You're not usually like, oh, that was terrible because blah 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 blah. You're a kid, you don't know anything, and then you grow up liking that movie. Then when you get older, you haven't seen it in a while, and you go back and you want to watch it, and you're like, man, this movie's terrible. I want to know. Is it sad to think that the movies you grew up on or shows that you grew up on are terrible now? Or is it sad that you liked them at one point?
I think it's more sad that I don't like them anymore.
Answer. That's a good answer. Basically all I got. I want to know what you think, dudes and women.
What did you say? My headphones fell off.
I just sit there, you're like leaning all the way back in your chair, and then you're like, "Oh, what would happen if I kept going?" Your headphones just fall off. You're like, "Frick, gravity exists."
No, I was trying to put eye drops in, and they just fell off.
You see, eye drop brand, we are dedicated.
I'm dedicated to push my eyes as far as they go before I get a serious eye disease. Anyway, what did you say? I still didn't hear it.
That I want to know what the dudes and women think about it being sad.
Yeah, right.
I almost called them the dudes and lady friends, but that wouldn't go over well.
Also, if you've made it this far, please write watermelon in chat. I want to see how many people actually have made it this far in the video to see if people are actually watching it all the way through.
I'm gonna comment on it with the FIRP channel and just write watermelon.
Yes, just comment under the video with watermelon if you've made it this far. Because we need to see if the 3 people that are watching this are actually listening all the way through.
And if anyone comments watermelon sugar, we're deleting the channel.
Don't. Okay.
Okay.
No promises on that one.
I can promise. I'll report the channel.
Yikes. Um, I was thinking we should have our good friend Porker on the podcast again.
Porker back. Although I don't know how we would do that over this.
He has Discord.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It'd be fun.
It would be fun. We just got to get Yakub on.
We do. We really do. Ask him a little bit about what he's doing so that we can put more people onto his music. Also, we haven't shouted out these people on the podcast yet, but if you have not heard of Ourselves Plus Others, look them up on Spotify. They're so good.
Oh, yeah. Dude, so, Paper Route. You know Paper Route?
Yeah.
Oh, do you follow them on Instagram?
Of course I know Paper Route, Peyton. They're my favorite band.
Do you follow them on Instagram?
I actually don't, surprisingly.
So basically, I do. And here's what happened. Somebody got a hold of their name and somehow put an album up on like streaming platforms under their name.
I saw that. I wondered what that was.
They're like, it's not us, and we're gonna take it down, but I don't know why it happened. And I was like, at least they're cool about it.
Yeah,
because they left it up for a little bit and said, go listen to it, I guess.
Yeah, it was like a short story or something. It was really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's whack. I don't know what that is. It was interesting though. I saw it pop up and I was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Wait, seriously? Did they release a new album?" And then I looked at it, and it said, and it was like 13. The first song was like 13 minutes long, and I went, "Wait, no, that can't be right."
Hey, you never know. We should write a song that's long like that. That'd be fun.
That'd be really interesting. I've thought about actually writing a song that was an hour long and just working on that for days on end.
No way I could do that.
I think it'd be pretty fun.
Longest song that I've written, like we've written together, is Expedition, which is a little over 5 minutes, and then the longest song we've released is Little Man on the Moon, which is a little over 6 minutes.
Yeah.
That's our longest song to date.
Okay. No, you know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm going to live stream over the break. Live stream myself making an hour-long song. I might change the time because that's gonna be really long. Or I wanna live stream myself making a super long song, and then see how good I can make it. Because I've been wanting to try and live stream.
Whatever the viewer suggests, like instrument-wise, you have to put it in the song somewhere.
Yes.
And slap bass the whole time.
Oh my gosh, that'd be funny.
Slappers. Can we get JD504 on this podcast?
Dude, if we could get Davey 504 on this podcast, I just stopped the podcast. I just stopped doing the podcast after that.
Yeah, that would be the end. If we got him on one episode, that'd be the end of the podcast right there.
Yep. We couldn't top that.
You can't top that. You can't top it, no. Even if we got we could get like Half Alive or something. But I mean, I think I'd rather have Davey. No offense, Half Alive. I love your music, but Davey, that's legendary.
Dang, bruh. If this podcast gets big enough that we can actually have major bands on this thing, I'm gonna freak.
Alert, we won't.
Yeah, major disclaimer, that's probably not gonna happen, at least not anytime soon.
We have a major band known as Downtown Park on our podcast, brought to you by Downtown Park, starring Downtown Park, produced by Downtown Park. Yeah. So Downtown Park, how are you doing today? Oh, we're doing great. This is really sad, actually.
Exactly.
Speaking of Downtown Park, we have a song coming out on Friday.
No, it's Friday. So on the day that this is released, it's probably going to be tomorrow. So check that out.
Yeah, 3rd of April. The song's called Whispers. It's pretty dank.
Yeah.
It's our first first single from our new album, coming in a few months.
Well, we'll see how that works out. We're still pretty close, though. I think we just need to actually get together in person and work on it at some point.
A lot done. The last time we worked together, it was like a few days before quarantine, and we got a lot done.
Yes, we did. Which is why we need to do it again.
Yeah.
And my mom actually said we could go and pick you up and bring you here if you don't want to go over transportation. But that's a topic for another time.
This is not for the public, not for the dudes and women. No offense, we love you, dudes and women.
No offense, dudes and women, but that's not the topic at the moment.
The topic at the moment.
Yikes! I'm knocking everything over. Yeah. I don't know what else is there to talk about because we've been going at this for almost an hour.
Really?
Including the break, so we might want to go a little bit longer.
10 more minutes.
We started, I think we started at like 7:40.
Something like that. Yeah, probably around there.
So, let's keep going for a little bit. Let's look in the news. So, if you guys aren't self-quarantining it, please do so. if you
Oh my gosh.
can.
The amount of Americans not self-quarantining themselves is painful. I'm not even in America, but it still hurts. They're like, my immune system is strong enough, it won't affect me. I'm like, but you can carry it for people who will be affected by it.
Yeah. It's really stupid. If you're in America listening to this, please stay home. Don't go outside.
And the smaller chance of running into other people than we do because we're in public 24/7. Public transportation, we walk everywhere. You know, buildings are all next to each other. I mean, there's places like that in the States, but like most of it is, you know, you drive everywhere and you would only bump into people at stores. So just stay at home as much as you can because that's what I'm doing. And to get anywhere, I have to go out in public in front of, you know, thousands of people a day.
Most of you suburban Americans right now, you have a bigger house than either of our apartments are. So you have a lot more opportunities to do
I don't have an apartment share.
Well, you have a very small, what would you call that? 2-story house. It's
a house.
It's still small compared to an American suburban home.
1, 2, 3, almost 4 bedroom.
Yeah. It's still... Anyway, it doesn't matter.
It's smaller than most houses in the States, but, I mean, if I could live in this kind of house as a college student, I would be so happy, but there's no way I could afford this as a college student.
Yeah. Definitely not.
But...
Yeah. Update on the Logan Paul trying to sell his couches. He's selling his $90,000 couches for $20,000, and he says that it's one of the 2 regrets of his life. First regret, obviously, being certain forest-related events.
Or becoming famous, or starting a YouTube channel, or whatever.
Yeah.
Love that killer hit Vine he did that just made me laugh so hard. Or maybe it was a YouTube video where he called somebody, and I think he was asking for a delivery, and he's like, hey, I need this delivered, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, what street? And he smiles and goes, Butthead Street.
I love that.
He just dies laughing. And he's probably like 12. And I'm like, 12-year-old Logan Paul, what's wrong with you?
He was very young at that point, but it was hilarious.
Butthead jokes were never funny. Butt jokes can be very funny.
It's funny how unfunny it is. How unfunny.
It's funny how stupid and just dumb it is.
It's funny how childish it is. So, yeah. What have you been doing to pass the time, Peyton, as current events perspire?
I've started learning Spanish.
Nice. Okay.
I'm fluent. You want to hear something?
Yeah, speak something. Speak some truth.
Los niños comen. That means the boys eat.
Very important.
Los niños naden. The boys swim.
Yes. Are you typing this in Google Translate, Peyton?
No.
I heard the faint typing sound.
Los niños corren. The boys run.
I thought I heard slight typing in the background.
Los niños leen. The boys read.
Oh my gosh.
Us beben! The boys drink!
Oh my gosh.
Oh! Los niños con 100? The boys cook!
You are reading this, aren't you?
I started Spanish lessons today, and that's all I've learned so far.
Nice. I like it. I've been
I'm fluent.
I've been casually learning Japanese, so we'll see how that goes.
Arigato, Mr. Robato. That's all I know.
Domo arigato. Watashi wa jer desu. I don't know anything besides that. Yeah, that's all I got. But in other news, Linus Tech Tips has built PewDiePie a creeper PC. So that's cool.
You mean it explodes when you get too close to it?
No, it's just a PC build that looks like a creeper painting.
I thought it was like an assassination attempt on PewDiePie. I have nothing against the guy, but that would be kind of funny. Like, how did it cause him death? A computer that is made to be like a creeper.
Yikes! Big yikes,
I've been
dude.
playing a lot of Minecraft recently, actually.
Yeah.
I started this new world. Call it the world's name is Pro Gamer, and I always do the same thing in a survival world. I dig underground and make a dirt bunker. My entire house is made out of dirt, and it's just this big underground bunker.
Yeah.
And I made a lab underneath everything. It's a glass lab. I make glass, and it looks super shady. And that's the point, since it's like glass.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have a glass lab, and they're like, a what? I'm like, I make glass. and I'm like these big like pipes coming out of the ground that are emitting smoke, and it just looks super shady.
I like that. I need to try that.
I'm my world's #1 glass supplier.
I need to actually make a world where all of my house is underground. I did that once.
That's what I always do. It's fastest, and Bert. Who's Bert?
Bert.
Oh, I got the words dirt and burn mixed up. So dirt doesn't burn in Minecraft. Like, it doesn't burn down. And so I'm like, the best thing to make is dirt. It's easy to mine, easy to get, easy to find, and you just build it, man. And it's so great. And I'm pretty sure zombies can take it apart. But still, it's the best.
Yeah.
Every house I make in survival is just this giant dirt bunker.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty smart. I started a hardcore world recently, so I'm
We're just on normal, on easy or normal.
The world, is it on easy or normal?
Mine is either. I don't usually play.
I tried it because I heard someone talking about it, and they were like, "Yeah, it's so much more entertaining because there's actual risk to it." And I'm like, "Yeah, that makes sense." So we'll see.
Yeah, more like the building mode. I usually play on creative, so I can just build whatever. I know it's boring for some people, but I like to just build.
No, I do too.
Really, I do it for hours. I'll just be like, "Oh, if I add this and that," it's something about it, and it's just blocks. Why is it so entertaining?
Why are Legos so entertaining, man?
They have more than just blocks in Minecraft. It's just blocks in Minecraft, pretty much.
Yeah.
But Legos, yeah, I see where you're coming from.
It's the same thing. Why do people enjoy constructing their own stuff so much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we should leave it on this note. It's been a while.
It's almost time.
It's been an hour since we started the call.
Yeah. So I think
it's probably been
pretty good.
50 somewhat.
So yeah. Well, wait. You know one bit that we haven't done in a while?
What?
Random German word of the week.
Yes, give it to us. And random Spanish phrase of the week. Ellos niños comen.
Nice.
Thank you.
I can't find my German dictionary for some reason.
Not to your right.
It's not. I pulled
Headed
it
for
out because we
class.
talked about it during improv, and I don't know where I put it. Let's see.
Oh,
Let me.
put it in the drawer.
Nah. Let me pull up my electronic version.
It's not in.
Let's see. What should we translate? I'm just gonna. What?
Los niños penata.
Oh my gosh. Stop.
Piñata.
Oh my gosh. Stop.
Las niñas corren. The girls eat. No. Run. I get eat and run mixed up because that's all
Okay.
minute.
Um.
What is our
Random word generator. Generate random words. Gesture. What is gesture in German? It's a little bit more scuffed, but I can't. Okay. To gesture in German is Gebärde. So there you go.
Wait. Thank you.
Thank you for.
And now to the weather. It's been weird. It's been snowing. It's been weird. Thank you for the weather. And now to the end of the podcast.
Thank you for watching this really weird episode of FIRP, Dudes and Women. And remember, stay home, stay safe.
Wash your hands until your skin bleeds.
Don't do that. But wash your hands and play a lot of Minecraft.
Yeet. Amen, brother.
Yeet. All right, see you guys. FIRP
dudes and women
out. Yes, see you, dudes and women.